Welcome, everyone. We're going to start the show all over again. Yes, we have sound, we have visuals, we have everything that we need, and we even have Sean Astin here in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. Sean Astin, our good friend to the Ringer community over all these many years, has agreed to be our special guest on today's show. How did your first approach to Lord of the Rings happen?
Well, I had an advantage. Not unlike my brother putting in a good word at NCIS for me. My father, John Astin, Gomez from the Adams family, the original Adams family, had played the judge, the character of the judge in The Frighteners.
In The Frighteners, yes. Yes.
So he came back from his experience in New Zealand with photographs of what it was like to work with Richard Taylor. But I got a call from my agent, Nikki Mirish, then at William Morris, when it was still named that company, saying in a really funny kind of Hollywood accent, like, "Darling, you have to have a flawless British accent by Tuesday."
Really?
And it was like Friday. I don't know the exact dates, but the days of the week, but it was something like that.
And then you hadn't met Andrew Jack, the dialect coach, at this point.
No. This is
Way
this
before.
This is in like, I don't know. August is when we went there. So I don't know. What do you think, hon? Like February or March or something like that. My wife's nodding her head, so that's something. Her memory's better than mine. There's a lot that's better about her than me, but let's not go into that right now.
Yeah.
So basically, she said, Peter Jackson is doing the Lord of the Rings trilogy for New Line. You have to have a flawless British accent by Tuesday. That's what I remember. And I said, the what? The what? And she said, the Lord of the Rings, the sequels to The Hobbit. I was like, that word Hobbit sounded familiar. I think I had heard the word Hobbit. And I've told this story a bunch, but I had confused it with the Phantom Tollbooth.
Oh.
That's what I thought I was remembering. But I turned my car right around while we were on the phone and went to Barnes & Noble on Ventura Boulevard near in Encino, I think. Encino Man's one that I hear a lot about.
I love Encino Man had to be mentioned
Nice
today.
segue.
Love it.
It's
That's
right.
good.
We'll do that a lot.
That's great.
We'll do that a lot. But basically, I went there and I said to the person, "Hi, do you have anything by Tolkien? Tolkien?" Something like that. And he goes, "Tolkien, J.R. Tolkien?" I was like, "Yeah, I think that's right." He said, "Yeah. You just go down there and it's it's a whatever." So I go down and I look and there's a huge whole display of all of Tolkien's work, and I kind of looked around guiltily, thinking, if I missed out on all of this, what else have I missed out on? There must be, and every time I'll hear that some new franchise is being adapted or something, I get this kind of, thank goodness there's the internet now. I just kind of
Yeah.
Oh, right, I know what the Terry Pratchett thing is.
He's funny, by the way. I love Terry Pratchett.
Do you know that I got to be in a Terry Pratchett thing?
You did? Oh my gosh.
Right? Come on, Twitterverse, blow them up. What's happening? Come on. Wait, let's see.
I tell you what, it's an education for me as much as it is for you.
I can't see. Wait, Terry Pratchett thing.
Pratchett. Color of Magic.
There you go.
Wow.
Who did I get to? He was Two Flower. There he is.
He was two. That's true. That's right. You were.
Yeah. I love, like, if you ever go to a go-karting thing or laser tag or anywhere where you give your name, I always go with Two Flower.
Really?
Yeah.
When you're bowling and that's your name up.
Sometimes I'll be Two Flower the Wise.
Two Flower the
Wise. Back then, I think I got a call from Michael J. Fox and Peter and my dad from the screening room where they had watched Rudy in New Zealand while they were making The Frighteners.
No kidding.
They called to encourage me and tell me how much they enjoyed it. But anyhow, so I knew, the point is that when I went into the audition, I felt safe. A lot of auditions, even now, you go into and you don't know who they are necessarily. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what their process is. I knew that I would get a serious look at whatever 4 minutes I laid down.
Yes.
And so something about that took away the the really debilitating jitters you can get before
Yeah.
an audition. I mean, I was nervous, but I was kind of a healthy nervous, and I went in and I just run the LA Marathon the
Yeah.
first time, and I was in great physical shape, not quite Hobbit, fatsies, hobbitsies, rotund shape yet, but I think it was I felt like I was an appealing actor, and I really
Yes.
owned that audition. I felt it was one of the best auditions of my entire life, maybe the best audition of my entire life. TheOneRing.net is all about like really embracing the esoteria of it. So like I feel really, as I'm talking about it, I'm wanting to name the specific people. So like, okay, for the One Ring record, it was Mark Schwartz and Nikki Mirish. Sorry, it would be funny if I couldn't remember.
Yes, that would be.
Who called me and said, "You got it," and I fell down on my knee, and I've told this story a lot, but I just started crying and said, "Thank God," and knew that my life would never be the same.
We have some very interesting memories.
Christine drove to our little storage unit and knew right where it was and pulled it out, and I haven't seen it in 8 years or something like that.
Really? This is amazing. Guys, do you know what we're looking at here? This bag is Samwise's bag that he carried. This is your actual prop that the Weta folks made for you?
This is, I think it was a wardrobe thing.
Okay.
But this was given to me by Peter in the production on the last day, on my last day. Yeah, I'm trying to think. This was,
Which end is up?
well, you gotta we'll undo it here.
Okay.
I kind of want to undo it because then I'll put it back down. Sorry, hold on. Let's see.
It's
Oh,
filled.
look. Wait, look here.
There it is.
No, but look. Not quite. Zoom into that.
Plastic buckles on Sam's backpack.
Yeah. Okay, so you undo the plastic buckles.
How did they hide those?
Well,
There's a lot of cookware and pots and pans. Oh, that's fantastic. How many orcs did you bang on the head with this?
Well, I remember in the cave troll fight. I think
Yes, you did.
Busted the pan in the cave troll fight.
You did. This is so amazing.
There's other stuff we have too. A ladle
A ladle.
would have been in there.
This is this is
The
great.
smell of the bag is just kills you. You just can't believe.
Are
Oh,
You guys,
What does it smell like?
I'm
it
holding
smells old.
in my hands the real Samwise. Oh, there's 2 frying pans.
Yeah.
You got a cave troll problem? Have we got the frying pans for you right here?
Now, are these
Wow.
Richard Taylor specialties, or did they?
I don't know. I should
3
know the answer to
pans.
that question. I don't know the answer. I think they're probably Nyla, or no, you know what? It would have been a prop.
Okay.
It would have been a prop. The prop guys who would suffer having to put. The only people who suffered more than me having to wear this thing for so much was.
Wow.
Oh, look.
This is so great. No
Oh,
way!
look.
It's elven rope.
It's Elvin Rock.
This is the elven rope. Are you guys kidding me?
Zoom in on that.
Sean, this is amazing.
Yeah, cool.
This is so cool. And it has the silver strands that are woven into it.
It's not burning your fingers, so that's a good sign.
No, I love it. I love this beautiful elven rope.
Right, and there's a little right.
And this is inside your mini cauldron?
My mini cauldron, yeah. Well, if you're gonna put a brace of conies in there, you can't really fit them in, but
Boil them, mash them, stick them
I
in a
can
stew.
just feel. How many people are watching right now?
It's 1578.
I can just feel them.
That's fantastic.
There's a Yiddish word called felling.
Follow Sean on Twitter, but he might tweet some of these pictures.
Yes, guys, if you guys want to see perhaps more fun details, follow Sean's Twitter account at SeanAstin_LA.
There it is.
This is the water satchel that you gave a few last drops of water to Elijah Wood right there.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That's the.
I'm gonna take it skiing. It's a good kidney bag. You can put some like peppermint schnapps in there. Or something.
I love it. Peppermint schnapps.
What pocket with the lambus?
Lambus spread. The lambus spread. Lambus spread would have been in this thing.
Wow, that's amazing. And you have a lot of Twitter followers who make jokes about you carbo loading
On lambus spread, yeah.
on lemon spread
Yeah.
before doing a marathon.
I have some feelings about carbo loading as an idea.
Look at, see, they're all freaking out here. They're freaking out. I know you guys. That is a holy relic.
Do the Christopher Lee thing.
The water sack of awesome. Okay, that's what that is. The water sack of awesome. We're gonna have to call it that now.
Awesome.
That's really
one of the moments that where a lot of things synthesized for me. The majesty of the place of New Zealand, how special it was to be working with so many gifted people, to be doing it with my family, with my daughter, my wife and daughter, to be, getting ready to turn 30 years old, or to turn 30, and to think that a milestone's been reached in your life.
Yeah.
A moment when I think I finally, well, not finally. I'm thinking of Churchill. It's not the end of the beginning of the end. I finally started to come up with a formula for comfort in myself, with the idea that as a second-generation actor, I wanted to find a place for myself in the great tapestry of movie making in Hollywood. Sitting in these blue apartments, there were apartments in Queenstown. I remember the sound of my wife and kid and Peter and Fran's children playing in the pool downstairs.
Yeah.
We could see the incredible mountain range that is, I don't know if
The Remarkables.
Oh yeah, the Remarkables.
Yes.
It is,
Yeah,
right.
it's gorgeous. Love it.
The Remarkables. Thank you. Yes, exactly. I could sit with this perfect view of the Remarkables. I could see Vigo go get on a canoe and go out fishing. I could see it was just this crow's nest, this perfect vantage point to experience it all. And because I had a couple days off, I could rest. And I just remember I would be reading something. I'd read about how something went over a rocky, craggy something or other, and I would look up, and it was like, that's what that looks like. So it was almost like it wasn't like, my imagination and my practical experience of the place fused in that couple days in a way that I don't think I've described to anybody before. So that's my experience of Lord of the Rings was a little different because I was married with a child. Mm-hmm. So we were a unit, but in a sense, I had my thing that was different. And, that has to be the first answer to the question. But there's so much more. And so we'll have to do more. Another time.
Well said. Well said. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Sean. Man, thank you. I can't thank you enough, but
this was huge, man. We did some cool stuff.
We talked about some really beautiful concepts and some things that are very important.
So pretty please, if you're still listening, at @SeanAstin_LA is the Twitter site. I would love to have you follow me because I've set a goal of 26,200 followers by the marathon. The marathon, LA Marathon, is March 18th.
Do you have your bib number?
I don't have my bib number. It'll be personalized, though, because I did that early enough. And the LA Marathon, we're kind of working together. I'm really excited. I've been anonymous the other two times I ran it. I mean, until somebody caught a picture and it was in something like after the fact. But now I know that people know what I'm doing. But I'll have hashtag run third, hashtag RUN3, the number 3, RD, on my jersey, and I'll be running for everybody who lists it. I may, if I can figure out sort of how to do it, I will take all of the things that come through on the Twitter strand and I'll put it on the pages on the Run Third website so people can see the dedication that they've made. And they,
yes,
yeah. It's one of the things has to be said. Has to be said.
We must.
Has to be said.
Here it comes.
Cannot leave this interview without saying this. I've seen the trailer to The Hobbit. It's amazing. I can't wait to see the movie. It's going to be amazing. TheOneRing.net. Torn. That's what Torn is. Finally. People were trying to explain it to me on Twitter. I just couldn't. This is Torn. You're Torn.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
You guys, well...